Today, oh wait, hello everyone. Today, we have the Cold Weather Podcast, and we've replaced Moral by someone who's on time. You know, who would have imagined? But
His
yeah,
name is Moral,
Imagine.
but on time. That's his name, Moral on time.
it's with a W instead of an M. You know, he's just
Yeah.
evil Moral.
They call me Woro because I get the W's.
Hell yeah. That's why you on time.
But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about games that we think are exciting. Which is gonna be a fun topic because there's a lot of games coming, like the next few years. You know.
The PlayStation.
Oh yeah, the PlayStation showcase thingy-majig, right?
Okay, it did a thing.
Let me actually pull up that list right there. And Demon? Okay, I've searched it up, right? And Google says Demon Souls, and I'm pretty sure that's already released, right? Wait, there's Destiny 2? Is Destiny over already? I have no idea where like a actual list of this is, but like some of these games are looking kind of questionable, you know?
You're looking pretty sus.
Never say that again, Moral. But yeah. Oh, they have a new Assassin's Creed game? I haven't heard anything about that, to be honest. But yeah, what games are you guys excited for in the future? None of the ones which I'm actually excited for are on the list right now.
Spider-Man 2. I haven't played the
Oh,
first one. I've actually played the first one like a bit, but I haven't like completed it.
you should
But
probably
Spider-Man
finish
2
it
was
before
awesome.
you get the second one.
I probably should, it's I think that is a recommendation for most sequels. Finish
Yeah,
the previous game.
yeah.
No, just play the last one and work your way backward.
It's true.
Bro, for real. That's actually
That's how
the
you play
first
the
game I
Yakuza
ever
series.
played. My first ever game I played was the second one in the series, and I didn't know that.
Which one
And I
was
was
it?
like, oh, this is Sly Cooper 2.
Oh, wait. It had the 2 in the name and you didn't know it was the second in the
I
series?
didn't see the 2 though.
Damn.
I didn't see the 2.
Oh, so
Because
you
I
were
don't
like,
think it says it at all in the title. It
wait,
just says like Sly Cooper. And
let
then
me
whatever,
search it up. Sly Cooper 2.
because I think
It's
more to the
Sly 2
titles.
Band of Thieves. It has the 2 in the title.
I was like 5, so I couldn't read
Damn,
numbers.
skill issue. Imagine being 5. Could never be me. Could never be
I think
me.
it was 4 actually. It was funny.
Yeah.
I actually played it recently, and
Yeah.
I 100% it. So
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
it was very fun. And then I was like,
Let's go.
I want to 100% the whole series now. So that's my goal for
It's
the
a
summer
good
too.
series. It's very wacky though, you know?
It is. It turns out, so I actually have like the first 3 games, but the
Yeah.
first game is so scratched up, cannot play it.
Oh,
My Discord
damn.
might read it. So I gotta buy an emulator and play it on my computer.
Ah,
and
you
do
mean
that.
buy a copy from a
Yeah,
third party?
Yeah, I gotta buy it again, bro. On PlayStation
Exactly.
online
game?
for whatever.
Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
Oh,
I gotta buy it again. So that's gonna be so fun.
Funny enough, right? My first experience with that series was actually just having like one of those demo discs, right? Like those demo discs, right? So I just kept playing like the first stage 8 times in a row. When I was a kid, right, I was playing on my cousin's PS2, right? And I loved the Jack and Daxter series and like Mortal Kombat and stuff, but I was like
Yeah.
4 or 5, you know. I should not have been playing
Yeah.
those games. Like real talk, like real talk. I probably should not have been playing those games. Okay, Ari in the chat says she's a 10, but she's only interested in watching Dragon Ball GT. I would say GT has like a very interesting concept. Like it's probably the most like breaking of like the 2 follow-ups after Z, right? However, at the same time, its execution could have been worked on, you know? I think like the concepts in GT are a lot more interesting than like Super, but like the execution is just worse, you know? Like that's my impression of it. But yeah. I mean, GT might have already been abridged, you know? Like it might have already been it, you know? It's that wacky. But yeah, no, the Sly Cooper series was fun. The characters were really wacky though, you know? Sure. Okay. What was? Have you guys ever played the what is it? The Jak and Daxter series?
I remember I played like the demo of Jack 3 on the
Oh,
PS2.
Jak 3 was really dark. Like for the series, because the first one's like happy-go-lucky island platform adventure, right? Then Jak and Daxter 2, Jak gets taken in by a more powerful like country and experimented on. And then Jak and Daxter 3, you know, they put more drugs into him, and he goes kind of crazy and then goes around like shooting people.
Doesn't he become more furry?
Yeah.
Each game.
Or kinda. He has like multiple forms. He like in Jak and Daxter 3, he has like an angel form and like a demon kind of form thingamajig, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, he has like a really weird looking friend who fell into like a pit of like precursor liquid, right? And he got turned into a furry. Or a precursor.
Sounds worse than death.
He was actually pretty useful though, real talk. Like I'd rather be a tiny little like ferret thing than like have to like run around doing all the work, you know? Because he just got to chill and like just like backpack and shoulder like the entire time, you know? Like that doesn't seem too bad, you know? But yeah, they're never gonna make the fourth game because they were thinking about making the fourth game, but they couldn't find a way to like continue the series satisfyingly, you know. So they made a racing game where they had guns, which was fun.
I
Yeah.
feel that.
Yeah, you
Wait,
don't.
they had a racing game?
Yeah. Like the fourth game is like Jak X or whatever, and it was like a racing game where they raced in the desert with like multiple cars, like with like, you know, jumper cars and other kind of things with like guns and like, you know, HP bars and stuff. It was crazy. Mario Kart could never. Mario Kart could never.
Yeah, they would never. Nope.
Mario Kart, who's that?
I
They
feel
would never
like
use guns.
I feel like a lot of my childhood is just like basically, oh, it's this popular game and or series, but more violent, you know?
True.
Like you guys have seen the trend, right? Oh, it's Pokemon, but more violent. Digimon, you know? Not really, but you know, that's people's conception of it. I think Digimon's a lot different, right? Now that you've watched it, Starly.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a difference. Between the
There's
two.
like no crossover other than like, oh, hey, we have animal mascots here and there, right? Yeah.
Really, that's
Yeah, and then Jak and Daxter, you know, not really a racing game, like real talk. Yeah. But yeah.
I know that crossover with Sly Cooper and then Ratchet and Clank.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
the PS3, the PS2 trio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank. I remember that. Yeah,
They
I
were-
played a demo of Up the Arsenal.
Oh, we
Bro, it's
played we had all the Ratchet and Clank games as well. So the only one we really missed out are on like Sly Cooper, you know, but that was like the wackiest of the bunch, you know.
Yeah.
Fluden, what was your first game?
My first game?
Yeah.
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
Pong.
That was really into Pong. It was like tanks on the Atari.
Oh, tanks on the Atari. Let me search that up real quick.
No, it's just called Combat.
Oh, I've seen this thing before. They kind
It's
of
got like 27 little mini games, and you just like go back and forth.
yeah. They made a semi remake thing for like the Wii, I think, because they had like a tanks game for the Wii too, which was very similar. You know? Did they have? Damn, Atari graphics are very old looking.
Well,
Well,
mean-
they were, you know. I
yeah,
think
they were like 4-bit or something.
I think the oldest console I've played on is the NES. The NES is probably the oldest I've played on. I think the GameCube was a bit newer, right? The GameCube was a bit newer than the NES. Yeah, definitely.
Jesus, that's several generations. What do you mean?
The,
You
the,
had-
the order of the games I played, right? I played on NES, GameCube, PS1, PS2, and then I jumped to the Wii.
You're missing SNES in between.
Yeah, I have a lot of gaps in my thing, you know. Same thing with my memory. I have a lot of gaps in that too. But I also played on like the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, right, and like the DS Lite, and those are like the only consoles I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
My little brother has like the Switch, but like I don't really want to ask him for a Switch, you know. Would you consider the Quest a console?
What
is that?
Like
What is
like
it?
the Oculus Quest, like the headset, the VR headset? Because like it has its own store and everything, you know, and like it doesn't use like Windows or whatever, so it's kind of a console, you know, but kind of
Well,
not.
Yeah, it has its own games. Most of the games that can run on it directly are pretty shitty. And
Yeah,
the only real good games is the ones that you run on the PC and then you connect it either via like USB or there's
Yeah.
a wireless link that you can do.
yeah.
And
Normally
those are
there's
much
like
better.
a really downgraded like port of the game, you know, where like the game either like lowers the graphics for everyone or like, you know, it just simplifies the graphics on the Quest end, you know. Yeah, the Quest isn't exactly great. I'm using a Rift normally these days, you know, or not these days. I've always used my Rift S, but like my little brother has a Quest, or my sister, she gave it to him, you know. Yeah,
The Quest isn't all that bad in terms of VR sets.
it's impressive for a standalone, you know, like it really is. But yeah, those are my only console experiences. Moral, which consoles have you had?
I remember I had like the N64, the GameCube, the
Yeah.
PS2. I think I had like an Xbox at some point, like the original Xbox.
Yeah, we had an
And
original
then-
Xbox, but we had no games for it, and we didn't know how to connect it to the internet because like you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So we never really used it.
Yeah. I also had a Game Boy Advance, also the SP as well.
The Game Boy Advance was really good. Like
I like the SP better because you can just like close it in half. It's like takes
Yeah.
up less space, like in your pocket or whatnot.
yeah. I really like the Advance because you know same thing. Also, it's the one I have like the most experience on. You know.
Yeah.
What is it? Now that I think about it, didn't the Game Boy era kind of do the reverse of the DS, like the 3DS era, where it goes from like you know like the folding 3DS to like you know like the flat 2DS thing, right? That it kind of went the reverse on the Game Boy end, you know, where it goes from like the flat thing to like something which folds, which I think is
Yeah,
funny.
but the 2DS wasn't like new. It played the same games as a 3DS. It was actually cheaper than the 3DS. It was like a watered down. It's like the Switch Lite basically.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was interesting though, and then they made a 2DS where it folds, and like that kind of completely, you know, confused me because I was like, isn't this just a 3DS? You know. I never actually did get a 3DS for myself though. You know, didn't really see a point.
3DS was pretty good. Like the games on it were pretty decent.
That's true, but that was around when I started getting into like PC gaming because I got my like actual first like good PC. You know.
Yeah, 3DS is very hackable.
Ah, didn't they actually just recently like put out like a patch to like kind of close that up, even though they don't support 3DS anymore?
I saw Nintendo release like new firmware for it. I'm like, dude, you haven't made any games for this console in years. What the hell are you doing?
The firmware update only closes up the gap, so you can't hack it.
It's so stupid. Why would you ever install it?
It's Nintendo, man. It's Nintendo.
Well, like, I don't think anybody's using the 3DS online.
True.
But yeah, no, that's out now. So I think it might be a bit harder. I have no doubt that people will find a way to do it anyways, but like, you know. Yeah. What was your first console, Starly? Starly? I think Starly's dead, everyone.
He crashed.
Oh no.
What'd you do, Toy?
Oh no, Starly died. But yeah. What games are you guys excited for like the next release period, I guess? I'm really excited about Armored Core. I saw a game that
Yes.
might have been similar for it, right? So I tried it, didn't really jive with me, and I'm probably gonna return it.
Which game?
It's like that. Let me actually look at my Steam library right now because I haven't actually. It's like the Demon X Machina or whatever, which is also like a mecha game, and people were comparing it to like the series or whatever. So I was like, okay, might as well try it. All right. Was kind of lackluster. I really didn't like how it felt, which probably, it took way too long to actually get anywhere because like there was no difficulty for like the first 8-9 missions, and I was like, not really for me, because no doubt it gets harder, but like took too long. Skill issue,
Have you tried Zone of Enders?
No, I haven't. Let me look it up real quick.
It's an old but very good game. I think it's on Steam.
Zone of Enders. Oh. This one looks pretty nice. Wait, they have like full-on animations and everything on it too? Damn. It only has 651 reviews though.
Well, it's I think originally like a PS2 or PS3 game.
Yeah,
And then there's Zone of Enders too.
that makes sense. Yeah, I don't actually play many mecha games. The last one before like this one that I was talking about, right, was probably the one we played together, Pluton. Like the Gundam one.
Which Evo?
Yeah. I don't think that really went anywhere, did it?
No, it kind of dropped. They added a bunch more mechs and stuff to it, but I don't know. It's basically an Overwatch clone.
Yeah, it seems like kind of a letdown because there was a lot of hype in it, like for a while, and then like I don't hear anything about it these days, like nothing at all.
Yeah, me neither. It used to be like, people were like hyped up about it, people were like playing it, streaming it, and now like I don't really hear anything about that game. Like, I'm surprised it's still going.
The biggest
Which
problem I
game
see
is
with
this?
making what is it, Sarly?
I said, which game is this?
We're talking about Gundam Evolution. But yeah, the biggest problem I think about like make an Overwatch clone is Overwatch is already dying, like if you're trying to clone a dead franchise like that, you better have something special on like the roster, and they didn't really bring anything super special to it other than, oh hey, cool mecha,
Yeah, Overwatch is basically a Team Fortress clone.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about a clone of a clone, and the problem is that the game styles like capture the flag and follow or what is it, like follow the bomb or whatever else.
Yeah.
It was like
Same modes
it's
of
like
that.
you go to like a cart or something, like a package or something. You have to take it to a drop point. I forgot what that's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Overwatch, it's like follow the bomb, and then in Evo, it's the same thing, like plant the bomb and
Yeah.
hopefully it explodes. It's the same exact gameplay. So after a while, if so many different clones of the same stuff, it's just like it's just a reskin. There's just slightly different graphics, but the gameplay's the same. It gets boring.
I feel like the main problem is actually that a lot of like the developers aren't really like making anything unique about it. It's just like a straight up clone with like different character reskins, Where like other genres like, roguelikes and stuff, right? They tend to like add their own like at least 1 or 2 extra mechanics, or just do it really well, Most of the things just seem the same, to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lack of innovation, especially like Overwatch 2, because like they changed up some things from Overwatch 1, but it's the same thing,
No, it's Overwatch 1.5. Literally, they have the same characters, same maps, slightly new characters, but it's like when you reuse the same characters and you have the same maps, and you have
Yeah.
the same guns and the same gameplay, and there's absolutely nothing like they didn't really do anything new. They just like added a DLC.
Yeah,
something. Are they dropping like the story?
They just
mode
put a
or
Oh,
June
no,
next
no,
to it,
no.
that's all
They
they did.
canceled it. Okay, so the
Yeah.
entire reason for Overwatch 2, right, was apparently that they were gonna add like a story mode with like unlockable like skills and like skill trees and whatever, right? And then I think in the past like month or so, they actually made an announcement where it was like, oh, this is too much work. We're gonna focus on only the online multiplayer. There's no more story. Blah 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 blah. Which kind of invalidates the entire reason for Overwatch 2.
Yeah, they people bought a new game.
Oh,
for what?
listen, that's called a escort, by the way. That's what it's called, escort.
Escort, yeah.
Don't be crying.
Yeah.
Don't be crying, bro.
All they decide to do, and part of like a thing, is just let's reset everybody's spent money that they spent on loot boxes and make them respend them to unlock everything all over again. That's basically it. It's a cash grab.
It was, I think it was a like last minute attempt at like re-getting the hype, which they did get for a while. But like the thing that makes me like confused, right, is I'm just wondering if they were ever even like intending to go through with like the story aspect at all, Because like it's Blizzard, right? Like if they really wanted to add that kind of stuff, they could throw money at it. They can afford to burn some money, right? Like they could have probably put like a half-baked story out there and people would be happy, right? Or maybe not happy, but they would be satisfied, right?
They take it.
They take it, right? But like, if Blizzard totally just goes out like, hey, nope, no story. That's it. We figured out it's not a good idea. No more story. Yep. Right? That confuses me, because like even like a half-baked game company would probably be able to like push out something, to like appease their fans.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Blizzard, right?
Yeah, it's Blizzard.
That's true.
Aren't they
That's
too
true.
busy like pushing people to suicide or whatever?
Oh yeah, 100%. They have enough lawsuits on their hands right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to make a policy to avoid any games they make because they're either gonna be like completely scummy or like half-baked, or both, You can never cross out
Don't
both.
touch Blizzard, bro. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Even like the World of Warcraft community, from what I've seen, right, is like somewhat disillusioned with it at points, because like, yeah, the series isn't, the developer isn't doing great right now, for good reason,
Good reason. Hey, yes.
Armored Core
Yeah.
looks hella exciting though, I really do hope it will be good.
I'm a little bit worried about it.
Yeah, because like we haven't really had like a big mecha game in forever, right? Like yeah,
There's been
maybe.
a few around. It's just the last time they made an Armored Core was a really long time ago. And
Yeah.
they've had so much success with like Souls, and everyone, whenever they see the trailers and stuff, they're like, "Oh, this is like Armored Core Souls." I'm like, please no.
Yeah. I hope that, it will at least stay close to, what Armored Core was, because that sounds interesting. I really like I haven't like played it myself, but I've seen like the combat. It looks fun, I really do like fast-paced combat and stuff, so hopefully that will go through. What other games? The new Final Fantasy game looks interesting. Not sure if I'll play it or not, because, I haven't really seen if it's like for console only or whatever.
Yeah.
It might be. But yeah. Are there any games you guys are looking at right now that have recently released that have interest you guys?
I guess I want to say like Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh
for
yeah,
Zelda.
no. My friend has been all over Tears of the Kingdom recently. They've been absolutely all over it.
I haven't even played Breath of the Wild first, so
You should probably play Breath of the Wild first,
I
man.
gotta get the first game.
Because like for the Zelda series, right? From my understanding of it, most of the links are like separate, right? I think like
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time and like a few of the ones like near that time period were like the same link, right? But like the
Mhm.
majority of them have like separate links, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
but
like a
like,
whole different.
the Breath of the Wild and like the other one, I think they actually do have like a direct connection. So like I think they import some save data over. I'm not too sure, but that's what I've heard, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So, you probably want to do the first game, and that's going to
yeah.
take you a while. You know?
It is. Yeah, no.
Yeah. But like
Um,
that might actually make it a bit harder for you to get into it because everyone's playing this new game, right? And then
yeah, I played this old game. It was like,
yeah. I still think Breath of the Wild looks like a really fun game though. My friend
it
really has
does.
been enjoying
It
it.
does. It looks fun. I feel like even if everyone's out here playing Breath of the Wild, not Breath of the Wild, the Tears of the Kingdom, I'll enjoy Breath of the Wild. I might not be making full mechas like everybody else, but
Yeah,
uh, I'll enjoy what I can do.
yeah. I'll always respect Steam for having just the policy of, oh, if you have less than 2 hours in this game, we'll give you a refund no matter what, like within like the 2 week period or whatever.
Mhm.
That makes it so much easier to just try games without worrying. So much easier.
It does. It does.
I've seen someone get a game, right? But like they're already a speedrunner in the game, so they just like buy like a new copy, right? Speedrun it and then return
Mhm.
it after finishing the game. And it's kind of funny.
Could have been me.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, that was insane.
Oh, did y'all hear about the Gollum game?
Oh
The
yeah,
Lord of
no,
the Rings?
I've seen so many like meme videos about it, or not meme videos, but meme tweets about it. Like some of them are confusing.
It's so funny, bro. I don't know why they would release that.
Wait, what happened about that, Starly?
There's so many glitches, and it's like just very horrible. The dev team had to come out and apologize, and people were clowning the dev team because they did a minor spelling mistake. So people were clowning them on Twitter.
Wait, so were they doing the minor spelling mistake like meme on Twitter?
Yeah, bro. So many people were doing the minor spelling thing, like bro, ratio this name, ratio.
Twitter memes have destroyed my
It's so
vocabulary.
funny.
Whenever someone says like any phrase that like marginally mirrors like a meme, I'm like, like it's horrible.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
It's kind of like how
Yeah,
whenever
no.
someone says like Among Us, right? Everyone's just like sus,
So
Yeah, no, it will forever destroy my brain.
Yeah.
Among Us
Yeah.
is there.
There's the new character in Guilty Gear, and he's hella hard to play, or not hard, just really confusing.
Difficult.
yeah, we
I
talked about last week, right?
yeah, no, I've actually gotten to play him a bit. He's
The
crazy
Cardman,
fun.
right?
Yeah. He's crazy fun. But
Like, yeah.
they've already started modding him, and like there's some really good mods. Well, let me
Sounds alright.
wait, what is it called? Here we go. Well, let me share my screen real quick for this new mod.
Let's see it.
There we go. Okay, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Let me let the stream see as well, It would be kind of a bad sport if I don't let them see,
No, they gotta imagine it. They gotta recreate
Here we go.
whatever they hear.
Shadow It's a good mod, alright?
That would cry. We can pray.
Yeah, they actually make the game really moddable, which I appreciate, I'll get to modding the game eventually, but maybe not today. Maybe not today. But that's gonna be fun,
Mhm.
I'm looking through my Steam like watch list and seeing what other games are like, new. And like I hate how the new and trending tab is almost always full of the most degenerate games possible known to man. Let me count how. Okay, let me count how many are degenerate in like the new and trending tab right now. 1, 2,
Mhm.
3, 4. Okay, out of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games. That's 40% of them are just degenerate games. And I'm like, bro,
On Steam.
yeah, on like the new and
game.
trending tab for Steam. The new and trending tab is always kind of degenerate, man.
You know how it is, bro.
Can you say the names of them?
No. Definitely not. Zero hesitation right there.
Yeah. I'm asking for a friend, bro. Come on, come.
Oh no. But yeah. Recently I've also been playing a lot of Stellaris with Pepe and like, you know, of course like my own streaming community and everything, which has been really fun.
Oh,
You know?
how that one was it Stellaris, that game that I think you played, y'all were like in a tournament or
Kinda.
something?
Tournament.
Oh, it wasn't a
I don't know,
tournament. We were working together.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, but we are probably gonna restart because I got a lot more of the DLC, and also Kelly bought me one of the DLC, and also like Pepe and like someone else is joining, you know. So it's gonna be a 6-player game, which is gonna be interesting, you know, very very interesting.
Sounds fun. Heck yeah, I'm glad y'all loving my game. About
Yeah.
to get the DLC as well. And having more people
Yeah,
play as well. I bet that's way better than just having. Was it originally 3 people going against like all these crazy ass bosses?
yep. The thing is, right? The host, right, gives everyone else their DLC, right? So if let's say I'm the host, right, and I have all the DLC, someone who only has the base game, they'll have all the DLC. You know, for that game,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. You
that's
know,
cool.
but yeah, that's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't think there's any really big games I've been interested in. You know, there's no stop playing the trailer of this game. I do not care. I refunded it.
Which one?
The mecha game I was talking about that really didn't like,
Oh,
you know, super interest me. You know,
What about Omega Strikers? Come on. All right.
damn. Omega Strikers is actually still pretty fun. I've seen a lot of people play it. It seems to have like kind of gotten into like the mainstream consciousness though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have those friends who are like, "Oh, hey, they're playing this game, so it must be the most basic ass game possible," you know?
true.
That's moral.
Yeah, I know.
But
that's me. That's me.
Like the funny things that you know about Tower Fantasy, right? Toy.
yeah, do you drop it?
No, but the
Damn.
funny thing is that it got on the PlayStation Showcase for some reason.
I was about to ask.
Bro, who invited them? Who invited them?
I thought he was part of the team.
Bro, wait. The thing, speaking of the PlayStation,
Apparently, Warhammer got a new game recently too, which is interesting. Not sure if it's like my cup of tea, but like I've been eyeing it. I don't really play much shooters these days, you know? I don't really play much shooters these days.
Yeah, it's like FPS games altogether.
I think I'm decent at them, right? But at the same time, like I like movement shooters. Movement shooters are my territory. I can't stand anything slower than like, you know, like Titanfall. Halo's okay. The movement's decent, but like that's kind of dead, you know. That's the problem with
Yeah,
live
bro,
service games, you know, where we're like, you know, if you only can really play it online, right? Like aside from like the story or whatever, right? Then like, you know, because it's gonna die within like 3-4 years, right? I miss Titanfall 2, man. I miss Titanfall 2. I really do.
Did y'all see the what is it called? The PSQ? Is that what it's called?
PSQ? What?
The wannabe Wii U PlayStation thingy they showed off.
What the heck are you talking about? Yeah, just get a picture. I was like, wait, are they trying to copy the GameCube? What?
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Moral, can you fact check
Oh.
for us? Can you fact check for us real quick?
No, that's Starly's job.
Damn, but
Put him
Starly
on
is the one
fact
giving
check.
us the information. He can't fact check himself. He's biased, you know?
He's the co-weather manager. He has to do it.
No.
Is this one? Is this one?
Which one?
I put it in a. I put it in
Oh, it's just a Switch, but for the PlayStation.
Bro, it's the Wii U.
Bro,
Bro,
it's the PlayStation U.
Bro, they killed the PS Vita for this. Could've
Wait.
been-
It does it work like the Wii U gamepad
I
thing?
think it does.
Okay. Because I was gonna be like, if it has the power of a PS like the current PlayStation, that would have been insane, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
No, I don't like it, bro. What were they thinking?
Starly, go
They were
go
not
to
good.
Steam and go to like the new and trending tab or like the recommended new games.
All right, let's see.
I wanna hear if your thing is full of degeneracy as well.
I just know that
Where
Harley
do I
Quinn is gonna be on Steam soon.
go?
Degeneracy sells.
That is true.
Oh,
That
what
is
a
true.
feature?
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
Oh, top sellers. Is that
No,
what you said?
new and trending. Anything with new in the title.
trending. Like new releases.
Yeah, new releases or whatever. Yeah.
They got Outlast on here. What do they got? Bread and Fred. Idol
Fred,
Showdown.
Oh yeah, Idol Showdown is still
Idol
pretty good,
Showdown.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering. Like, bro, like, you got something to tell me? She reincarnated as a noble. Yatel, domain of God.
My Steam
none of these
library
look-
is public to everyone.
None of these look like a.
My
degenerate.
Steam
Some of them
library
are
is completely public, guys. I have nothing to hide. There is no degeneracy there whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no
I
Among Us in
know.
the Steam library.
Oh no, I have Among Us.
There you go.
I got one.
I remember when Among Us was on phone. It's still on phone, isn't it?
It still is. Wasn't it
Yeah.
always on phone?
Yeah, it was always on phone.
Have you guys seen the Among Us VR? I think that's crazy silly.
Bro, I
I
literally
think I've seen videos of it. It's pretty funny.
I found a tweet of some dude chasing a kid in Among Us.
Oh,
It
I've
is-
seen
I
those.
think I saw that one.
I've seen
My
those.
man was screaming.
Honestly, the kid deserves it. You know, kid shouldn't be allowed on VR. Like real talk.
True. Yeah, no, I was crying watching it. Let me try to find it. I found it. There you go.
I would highly suggest Stellaris though if you guys are looking for a strategy game, but I don't know how long Moral can sit for his video games.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, no, Stellaris is actually a really good game. Highly
Of,
suggest.
Goldfish.
Do you dream?
Starly, what kind of games are you into?
No.
Pokemon.
Hold on.
Have you gotten Cyber Sleuth yet? Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Oh, sorry. Have I finished Cyber Sleuth? Did I say?
Have you gotten it?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't.
Oh, you have it. What do you think? What do you think?
Is that the one we played? Right?
No, that's Survive.
No?
That's Survive.
Well, I
Cyber
don't
Sleuth
know,
is
I
the
haven't got to
Pokemon. Is a Pokemon like.
Equivalent.
Well, it's Pokemon, but every single battle is a 3 battle. And like, you know, if let's say the enemy only has a single Pokemon, you're gonna beat up on them with 3 Pokemon.
Yeah,
It's like a turn-based game, basically.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it's-
cheating, bro. You
It's
can't do that.
turn-based, kind of, but like it has like the Fire Emblem kind of system where if you have like a faster character, they can attack multiple times in a row or like skip turns, you know?
Yeah, you can't 3v1.
That sounds like Star Rail, basically.
Moral, are you okay?
Star Rail.
Yeah,
That sounds like a JRPG. That's what
I'm not okay.
Honestly, I would rather play Genshin than Star Rail.
Bro.
I would rather play Genshin than Star Rail. Real talk.
Bro, me. But I don't even, bro. When I did Genshin, I did Genshin. When I did it, I didn't even spend money, bro. I just used the basic characters they gave me in the game. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, cool. That's like, this is my team. I'm not spending actual money.
But yeah, I blinked at Star Rail a few times, and I'm like, the animations are really good, right? But like, I
Mhm.
can't get behind the combat. It looks way
Mhm.
too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me, bro. So, Genshin all the way, bro.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
Twitch doesn't
Compared
want to wait
compared
turn.
to
He just
Star
rather
Rail, bro.
do his action in real
Compared to
time.
Genshin all the way, compared to Star Rail.
I
but
still
yeah.
wouldn't play Genshin, mind you.
Honestly, same.
Yeah. Well, let me
I
look at.
haven't played that game in a while.
Oh, have you guys ever played the old Pac-Man games? Like not like the actual Pac-Man games, but like 3D adventure Pac-Man games. Those are
No,
wacky as hell.
I was like, which
I would
Pac-Man
say, like, the
games are
original
you talking
Pac-Man.
about?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I played the on the PlayStation 2, like Pac-Man. I think it's called Pac-Man 2.
Yeah, because I vividly
too.
remember playing like a 3D Pac-Man adventure platformer
Yeah,
thing.
Pac-Man World. That's
Yeah,
what it's called.
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That was interesting to say the least, you know?
That was fun. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I finished it.
I didn't.
I
I
can't.
for sure didn't. I didn't have the attention span.
I think I definitely got close to some points, but I don't even know where like half of my PS2 games are. I'm gonna be honest. They're like gone. But I know there's a third one that came out on the Wii.
Yeah.
Pac-Man World 3. And it was so different. I did not like it. They had voice acting. Killed the vibe. I'm gonna be
Oh
honest.
yeah. Have you guys ever
Killed
seen the
vibe with it.
Pac-Man animation?
Like the anime, was it on like on Disney?
No, they
Not
had a
anime.
cartoon thing. Yeah, they had a
That's
3D
what I mean.
cartoon thing.
Yeah.
It was weird, man. It was weird, man. Have you guys seen the Sonic anime? They've had multiple Sonic anime. But have you guys seen
The
Sonic?
recent one?
Have you guys seen Sonic Underground? That was a trip.
Sonic Underground.
Okay,
Let me
so
look it
basically
up.
it's Sonic, but he has two siblings, and they all play instruments to fight a tyrannical dictatorship.
Oh, this is this is the good old classic. Like
Yo.
this is like the first
Hello, Pepe.
Sonic.
What's up, guys?
Hey, yo, Pepe.
What's
Good
up?
old Pepe. What's up?
Tío, racismo.
No.
True.
No.
Got him. He's a changed man. Leave him alone.
We gotta change Pepe's nickname now.
No, that's not true. What you guys doing?
I thought you angered the volcano gods.
There we go.
Thank
New
you.
Pepe nickname. New Pepe nickname.
Yo, volcanoes.
Volcano.
What happened? What what you doing to volcanoes, Pepe?
There's an active volcano in my
Yeah.
city.
It's kind of scary.
Uh,
Like not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
yeah,
It's
that
kind of
sounds-
scary.
That's very
Damn.
scary.
But yeah, we're just talking about like upcoming games we're excited for right now, as well as like talking about like some old games and all that. Pepe.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about the games that showed up in
Yeah, like in the
the
PlayStation
PC
Showcase.
PlayStation
The
Showcase.
games on the PlayStation Showcase?
Yeah, just any
Mhm.
game that's coming in the future, really, Pepe. Or like if you really have a game you want to talk about in general, then that's fine too.
Like, okay, okay. I mean, Street Fighter 6 is releasing soon.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 6 is releasing
Like,
soon.
Oh yeah, I heard
Like,
about
we-
that. Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
Little
5 days.
Wayne, Corone.
If I'm gonna play it though,
Grandma.
I'm gonna wait at least like a few months for it to be a bit more optimized, you know?
I think it should be optimized on release. I mean, it's an RE engine game. Most of them are very optimized.
That's true, but like the trial or whatever was crazy
Oh
unoptimized.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. Talking about RE Engine, I'm very excited for the new Dragon's Dogma game. Dragon's Dogma 2 looks so good.
I haven't heard anything about that. I'm surprised you're not talking about like the Metal Gear release, Pepe.
Oh no, because I was getting there. If I start talking about Metal Gear right now, we won't stop, bro.
That's fair. That's fair.
He-
Metal
he's
Gear is
gotta- he's gotta
banned.
ease into it, bro. He's gotta ease
Next
into it.
episode.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
like
that-
not right now, bro. Like maybe a next episode if you want, because I'm gonna need like a whole fucking episode to talk about Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Metal Gear month.
Huh?
Yeah, literally just the
Metal
whole
Gear
Metal Gear
Month.
lore by Pepe.
Metal Gear month, bro. Bro, just
Metal Gear.
Pepe talks about
I'm
the
actually
whole,
very excited
the whole
for the remake.
timeline.
Cause like just the name, alone, it's like, bro, they know what they're doing.
Metal Gear Triangle.
Yeah.
Delta.
Do you dream?
I mean,
That's
it's
a
a
triangle.
triangle. I mean, it's a fucking triangle. You're right.
But how are they do that without Kojima?
It's just a remake. Like they're just gonna like. I'm pretty sure it's Bluepoint making the remake. They haven't said anything, but I'm pretty sure it's like
Didn't they
Bluepoint.
do Kojima really, really bad? Like at the end?
They did. They did. But yeah, they did.
That's a shame.
But like, I don't know. I'm still excited for Metal Gear Solid 3 remake because Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite game. And being a remake, they have many opportunities to like fix some stuff that plays like bad in this
Yeah.
day. And also like the name alone, the name Metal Gear Solid Delta. Delta means change or difference without changing the structure, you know. So that alone it's like it tells me that they know what they're doing with the remake itself, because like they're gonna
The
improve
Delta
stuff
Airlines?
without like changing the basis of it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, how
so-
many remakes have came out that are like really good?
Just this year, the Resident Evil 4 remake. I heard it's very good. I haven't played
Yeah,
myself,
yeah,
but I
Resident.
heard it's very good.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
played the
this
second
game
one,
looks
and it was
good.
also very good. The third one it's alright. I mean, it's alright, man.
yeah.
My thing with the Shadow of the Colossus remake is that it looks pretty, yes, but like most of the art style got lost. It now just looks like pretty graphics instead of like an artistic decision.
Isn't this like the obsession with like ultra
Yeah,
HD
didn't they do,
graphics, quote unquote?
Kinda, yeah, something like that.
Wasn't there a Dead Space remake?
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
came out?
Also this year, Dead Space remake was very good.
Oh, that's cool.
Very, very good. That released in
Yeah.
January. Yes, I also
Where-
played that one. I did play that one. That I did play. It's very good.
Weren't we talking about that? I think you talked something about Dead Space 2 or something.
No,
No,
did I?
you might have.
Maybe I talk about the remake, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna remake the second one too. You know?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Or it might have been some other space game, because I remember talking about, it was Endless Space we were talking about, Pepe.
I don't have Endless Space. Well, I have it, but I haven't played it. But you were talking about it.
Yeah, I roughly remember that. Speaking of space games, right?
Lars.
Kelly did recently get me the last DLC or one of the last DLCs I didn't have, so now I have all the DLCs.
really?
Pepe. Yeah.
Are they still releasing DLCs for the game?
Yeah, they released a DLC like this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the two DLCs I didn't have, or the three DLCs I didn't have, released on March 14th, right? September, right, of last year, and May 9th, right? So
Oh.
like
Is there
there's
gonna be like a Solaris 2 eventually? Have they mentioned something? already?
probably not, from what I can see, because like it's a successful enough game, right? And apparently 70% of the games the company has made has like kind of died. So I'm guessing they're probably trying to milk this as long as they can, you know?
Mm.
Which I don't mind, right? Because like I feel like a lot of like the what is it called, the appeal of Stellaris right now is just like how much depth there is for a lot of things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fun. That's fun. We're gonna have to finish our campaign right now, like eventually, you know.
Mhm.
Pepe, do you wanna retell what's happening in our current like 2-person campaign?
Ooh. Where do we start?
There's a lot, isn't there?
There's a lot.
Maybe another time after we like write everything down, you know, Pepe.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, Pepe has learned a lot about like how to play Stellaris, and I don't think I really need to show him much anymore. Which is
Yeah.
fun, because you know, once we do the restart for like the community game with like Pluton, me, Kelly, etc., right?
The reboot, yeah.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really
Once
fun.
we do the reboot.
Yeah. One of the DLCs we have now, right, for like the reboot, right, is that there are stealth ships now. So Pepe, you can play Space Metal Gear. No, it's not Metal
Oh,
Gear.
really?
Yeah, there are like stealth ships and stuff, which I think
Oh,
is
I
cool. Yeah. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
now that we're talking about space,
Yeah.
I randomly remember that they're making a new marathon game. Bungie's making a new marathon game.
I have never heard of that series before. Please tell us
Choose
about
on a Marathon. Marathon is like, it was basically like a Doom clone made by Bungie for the Mac, but it's like the predecessor to Halo, because that's what literally Bungie was doing. They made like three Marathon games before making Halo.
it. Yeah.
And even in Halo, they had like some connections. And even in Destiny, like recently in Destiny 2, they had like I think it was on the 30th anniversary something.
Yeah.
I don't play Destiny, but they released some Marathon content.
Yeah. We were actually
What
talking about Halo earlier, and I feel like Halo Infinite or whatever was kind of a letdown because they kind of like killed the vibe. They killed the
mean-
hype really early on, you know.
I
So,
mean, bro.
I mean the multiplayer side of things, like the live service.
They kind of don't know how to make a proper Halo game.
Yeah.
I feel like even to this day, they don't understand Halo. It's so strange. Because like Infinite is a fun game. Like the
Yeah.
bases are there to be a very fun game, fun experience, right? Even the
Yeah.
campaign is like, it's actually not bad. Thing is, like, my problem with the campaign is that it's too repetitive. There's only like, okay, there's an open world and there's like linear missions, right?
Yeah.
But they all play the fucking same. The open world all looks like woods. Like they're only forests, right? There's no desert,
Yeah.
there's no tundra, there's nothing else. And in the other missions that are like the single player linear, like kind of Halo 1 type Halo missions, right?
Yeah.
Those motherfucker. Those are only fucking Forerunner structure. So it's everything gray. Everything is fucking gray with fucking blue holograms. So
Yeah.
all you get in that fucking game is like either gray with blue or more funky trees. There's nothing else. I
Gray
fucking
with blue
despise
is
that.
a good color scheme though.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, that's your color scheme, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 No, but my thing is that, bro, it's too repetitive.
Yeah. I feel like that's like with like a lot of like open world games because like you just need to make so much content for a good open world games that like if you can't pull it off, I'd rather have like a more linear game. But if you can pull it off, it can be really good, you know? Because
Yeah.
like Elden Ring, you know, like the Zelda game, like the two new Zelda games and everything. Those are good open world games, right?
Yeah, I
Minecraft,
agree.
right, etc. etc. But like if you're you know, if you don't have like the budget for that, then I feel like open world doesn't really work too great, you know?
I kind of miss linear games, you know?
Yeah, linear games are kind of not super popular. It's always either a live service esports quote unquote game these days, right? Or it's like a open
Yeah.
world game, you know?
I was excited when, like honestly, the trailer for Marathon, it's very good.
Yeah.
Like it has like very bright and neon colors, very good aesthetic, and it also has like Justice music, and I really like Justice.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this kind of looks good. It's also Marathon. They haven't made a Marathon game in like 30 years, literally.
Yeah.
And I was very, very excited. And then I found out what it is. It's like a looter shooter live service. I was expecting like a single player, maybe with co-op experience.
Oh yeah, I hate live service games that are made to be grind fest, right? Because like
Yeah.
like you know like the like Gotham Knights or whatever, right? That's
Ooh, yeah, also Suicide Squad.
that's
You know what I hate about the Suicide Squad game?
yeah
It has 4 characters, yeah?
Yeah.
They are all built different. Like there's a fucking shark, Nanaue. He's huge.
and they all
right?
play the same, don't they?
They all play the same, but not only that, it's not only they play the same, they have the same fucking weapons, bro.
Yeah.
Why is Nanaue using fucking guns? Why is Captain Boomerang using a machine gun? He should be using the boomerang, you know?
Yeah.
Because like Deadshot, I get it. Deadshot uses weapons. Harley
Yeah.
Quinn, all right, I can understand. But Nanaue,
Half
Captain
of,
Boomerang,
yeah. Half of the trailers I've seen, right? It's like the same exact thing. Like they're jumping through like skyscrapers or like mid-air, right? Shooting with like
shooting purple things.
anti-gravity, right? Where like they're like suspended mid-air for a while, right? And,
And
you
they're
know,
shooting fucking purple things. All they shoot is purple things.
it's all the same, all right? Live
Yeah.
service games I feel like are a real like, you know, hit or miss, right? Cuz like if you can like make it big enough, it can work, right? But like if you're not able to reach that critical mass, then the game's going to die. There's no way around it, you know? Cuz
Yeah.
like live service games are not full games. They rely on updates being put out, events, etc., right? And like if you don't have enough people to both have like the multiplayer aspect working and also like enough people to be profitable, then you know content isn't gonna be made, right? And that's gonna kill even more.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a death spiral, right? If you fall into that death spiral, you're gonna die. some franchises I feel like for Halo Infinite, for example, right? Even if it's not amazing, it can work as a live service game just because it has a big enough dedicated fan base that it will like last for at least a while, right? But like if you're trying to go for like like the Suicide Squad, right? Or like Gotham Knights, right? That's a very small niche within a bigger niche, right? Because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because like it's like all of like Marvel or DC, right? Like that's a big niche, right? And then you put it into like a smaller subgroup, right? Like Batman's family or whatever, right? Sure, that's still a big group, but then you have to like whittle down even more to like gamers in that group, right? Because most people who are fans are either fans of like this TV or like movies or like comics, right? And those guys are already split up, and then you have to like go even deeper, right? So you're like subdividing, and you're planning on like creating a live service game off that. That's a bit tough, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of indie games can work with live service games just because they're not as like they're leaner, right? Like they probably don't have like 500 billion people they need to like payroll, you know? So like
I understand.
like smaller companies who are making like cute 8-bit games or whatever, right? They can work for live service, right? Like they can like update things, blah 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 blah, right? They might not be able to do big servers, but they can at least keep the game running, right? But like, yeah, that's the problem with scale. That's the problem with scale. You just cost so much more to survive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What game series would work really well as live service games though? I think that's an interesting questions because like we know a lot of series that wouldn't work, right? I'm sure there are some series which would work really well as live service, you know? I'm just not sure which ones.
Let me think.
It's an interesting question, isn't it?
Indeed.
Honestly, I do think like Genshin and like Star Rail work well. Like cuz they're made to rely on people's sense of gambling and stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
which
also it's
kind of
scummy.
evil, but yes.
Yeah, it's scummy, but like they're like perfectly adapted for that kind of lifestyle, you know? I feel like they're kind of the natural evolution of things, like just gotcha games in general for live service games, because they can milk the audience almost indefinitely, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So,
from what I can recall, right, like Honkai like Third Impact, right, is still going on, right, and that's been going on for like forever, right, and like it's a live service game, right? It's still out there. Raid is making crazy amounts of money, even though everyone knows it's kind of not great, you know?
Shadow Legends?
Yeah.
No, don't say it's not great on stream, bro. What
Oh,
if we
no.
get the cold weather? The cold
I'm
weather.
not gonna get sponsored, Pepe. I'm not gonna get sponsored.
Why
Real
not?
talk. I don't really need sponsorships, Pepe. I'm fine.
Oh, I can take it. I mean,
No, Pepe. No sponsorships for you either.
I had a raid
Yeah, you had
sponsor.
one.
yeah, we did. Yeah, I was there when it happened.
But yeah, I feel like gotcha games do work well, but they're not like fun games most of the time. You know, they're more addictive games or games where it relies on people's sense of like completionism. You know,
I mean, MMOs are live services, aren't they?
they are
Like
they are.
Like
Yeah.
XIV is an
XIV is definitely a live service game. I think
Yeah, I think
XIV
it
works pretty
works.
well. I think XIV works pretty well for it. Probably one of the more benign instances of it, just because most of the microtransactions you can do are like cosmetic, but like it does rely a lot on like the
you're also
audience.
paying like monthly shit, you know?
Yeah, you're paying monthly. I prefer paying monthly over like just like a bunch of microtransactions, you know?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Rich comment alert. Rich comment alert.
Because the thing for me, right, is like I prefer everyone having like a more even playing field, more or less, right? Rather than like having like a situation where you can like everyone can play it, but like you need to buy your way to power, you know?
No
Where,
buy
like-
to win, basically.
Yeah, where like gotcha games, right? You can buy if you can throw in $500 or whatever, you can buy yourself to like a pretty decent like character roster, right? Meanwhile, XIV, you can like jump to the latest level or whatever, but you're still gonna be on the same playing field if you're doing like raids or like the content, which is actually difficult. You know, Pepe?
I feel like
It's a
microtransaction should be limited to cosmetics.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because like if the game needs to support itself off of like like a sub or something, right? And everyone agrees to the sub, right? you know, I think
Yeah, but
that's
bro,
fine.
$14 a month is too much.
$14 is pretty fine for like where I
No.
am. I don't think it's too bad.
It's so much money.
That's true, but at the same time, you're not expected to constantly be buying it, you know? Because like the devs and everything are pretty much like, oh hey, if
Yeah,
you
but
have
like
other
you have
games,
to
play
pay,
other
you
games.
have like my thing is like you gotta buy the $60 game and then also buy the fucking monthly subscription.
That's true.
That's
It is a bit
That's,
pricey, yeah.
I'm like, nah.
I think for my like financial situation, it's decent. You know, I don't really mind it too much. I prefer it over like most other like what is it, live service games, right? But like, you know, yeah, that's just me. I feel like it's kind of the same thing for like Stellaris and most games which like rely on their DLC as well. You know, where you're expected to buy the new DLC. I prefer that over just like you know gotcha, right? Because like on Stellaris' case, yeah, you have like a new DLC every like few months, right? That's also, you know, quite expensive as well, right? I prefer that over like, you know, over gacha as well. You Starly? Starly, you good?
He's in the car or something. I don't know.
Starly, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Are
Okay,
you driving right
I am.
makes sense.
You
Don't
trying to get that
die.
pineapple pizza though?
I'm trying to rush to get that pineapple pizza, bro. Come on.
now? Oh, pineapple pizza, hell yeah.
This is cold weather drivecast.
I feel
There you
like
go.
now that I think about it, I feel like a lot of like the thing about live service games is they're trying to find a way to keep profitable for like a longer period than they need to, you know? Where it's like, you know, they get like a framework for a game, and then they you know try to keep like extending the amount of time you're paying for them, right? The thing I'm wondering is if there's any like what is it called? Any ethical way to do that without like breaking the bank for most people, you know? And like I can think of like maybe just a bunch of like ads, right? That's probably one of like the older like 2010s way of doing things, you know? Like with
That's
like
within the game.
yeah, like Club Penguin and like you know like a lot of like the like browser based ones, right? Club Penguin, Animal Jam, whatever, right? They had a bunch of ads and then they had like an optional sub, right? For like extra content, right?
What is Animal Jam?
It's Club Penguin, but for National Geographic.
Oh, really? They made a game?
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, it's rough from
Yeah.
my memory, but like there's also uh the monkey one where everyone was a monkey. I don't remember what it was called.
What's the monkey?
There. Wait. Let me look up the name. Let me look up the game.
Fuck
'Cause,
monkey.
Because I
uh,
remember Club Penguin and Animal Jam. I don't remember there being a
Monkey
one.
Quest. It was Monkey Quest.
West. I don't think I heard about that one.
It was actually kind of fun. It was kind of fun. It was like a mix between a platformer and like a browser based MMO kind of deal, kind of like Club Penguin, you know. But you also had like content and like combat, I mean, and stuff like that. So it was interesting. It was interesting.
Penguin Combat?
No. Monkey Quest.
Monkey Combat?
Yeah. And you also had guns.
Do they fling poo at you?
No, they had
Monkey.
guns.
Monkey with
Wait.
guns. What?
But like I feel like the ad era, right, where like you could like have ads and you could like not have ads. I think you know like that kind of thing is somewhat around in WoW, not really. But you know that's mostly behind us, right? What other live service models are there? There's like the free to play model, and then you have like some extra like you know like content otherwise, right? Or like cosmetics. I think Halo did that, right? Like Halo Infinite. And I haven't really seen a example of big success from that, you know? No, that works for Warframe, doesn't it? I think that works for no, Warframe doesn't. No, Warframe you can grind for most things.
But it takes you like an insane amount of hours.
Yeah, it takes you an insane amount of hours. I feel like for Warframe though that's fine because the audience is there for the grind, you know, Pepe. Like you're playing the game because you like grinding, not because you know it's no its movement's pretty good, you know, but like it is about the grind. I feel like the genre of Warframe, right, is like a grind fest, right? That's what they're called. So you can't really say that you need to grind for like stuff like a lot is like a detraction from it because that is the genre. It's a looter shooter, right? Kind of like Destiny. You also expect to grind as much from Destiny as well. Oh, we're over the time. Wow.
Wow.
Moral, what
I
is
guess, like, what?
what is your
ahead.
stance on live service games? Like, what is your ideal payment model?
My ideal model for those kind of games?
Yeah, like if you were gonna have a game which you wanted to like expand into perpetuality, right? Like, you know, make it like exist for a long time so you could like keep putting out updates and getting money, right? How would you structure
Mhm.
a game? Because like, you know, I play a lot of games on my sphere, Pepe plays a lot on his sphere, right? But like, you know, you're from like a different community of games, right? Because you have like different game choices, right? So I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. I guess I would say like as long as like the game is like pretty like free to play friendly,
Yeah.
and then like if you want to like spend money, then it would just mainly be like cosmetic stuff, not like stuff that would just make you stronger. So that way like, everyone's like on an even playing field.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, if you spend more money, then you have the advantage. It wouldn't be like a game like that.
Okay, so it's like a cosmetic based you know, live service game. A lot of those
Yeah.
actually do exist from what I remember.
Mhm.
But like I'm not sure how popular that system is these days, which I feel is like kind of sad, right? Cuz like I feel like most people are going for recently what is it called? It's the not loot boxes, but it's like the battle pass, right? The battle pass seems like the most common iteration of that, right? Because like Fortnite, of
Oh, yeah,
course,
yeah.
right?
Fortnite.
Fortnite battle pass, right? There's like, you know, Super Animal Royale, which also uses that. Halo has a bit of that, right?
Yeah.
You know, but like all those are cosmetic. Even like Omega Strikers is using that model. I think that's probably the most popular model right now. But I don't
Yeah.
really know what I feel about that one either, you know?
Mhm.
The thing that confuses me, right, about battle passes, right, is I'm paying money for cosmetics, but I don't get the cosmetics until I play it even more, you know?
I mean, like Fall Guys does the same thing too.
Yeah, Fall Guys does the same thing. It does the same thing 100%.
Mhm.
Hmm. I do appreciate how like a lot of these battle pass games still give you like XP for the battle pass, like even if you don't
Yeah.
have it.
Mhm. You'll just get like the basic rewards, not like
Yeah.
the extra rewards if you did pay for it.
Yeah, Super Animal Royale has a really interesting thing where like, you know, if you finish your current battle pass, you can go to older battle passes too, you know? Like
That's very cool.
they're not like permanently locked out, which I appreciate, you know? Cuz
Yeah.
cuz it doesn't abuse FOMO as much as other games. I hate it when like when you're in like a game, right? And you're like, "Oh, I need this cosmetic." Like where Pepe's like, "Oh, I need this Stormtrooper skin for Fortnite," right? And you know, and it's like on a time limit, so you can never get it again after that. I feel like that's a really scummy way of like getting people to play
It's
games.
free.
You know,
I mean, at least it's free.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I do prefer when you can go backwards, though. You know, when there's like not that time pressure.
Yeah, no, but like for example, in this case, I think it's very cool because I never paid for that. I only spent money once on Fortnite,
Yep,
and it was because I really wanted a skin, and it was like $4.
that's
But other
fair.
than that, I haven't never paid any money, and I'm close to the 100 hours at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah,
and I think it's a very fun game.
yeah, that's
mean,
fair.
The thing is, like, the battle pass on Fortnite is very cheap. I think it's like if you finish the free battle pass for 3 consecutive seasons. I mean, it doesn't have to be consecutive, but if you finish 3 free battle passes,
Yeah,
you eventually get enough money to buy like a proper battle pass. You know?
that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Which, Fall Guys has the same thing. So you do like at least like three completion of the the battle pass, you eventually be able to use like the in-game currency to like buy the battle pass.
Yeah,
Not real money.
which I think is not that bad. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
not paying and you're still getting that, like, bro, it's good. All the game is requiring for you to play it, and it's
Yeah.
not like you gotta play like every fucking day. Like I'm
Yeah.
close to finishing the battle pass, and I play like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I want to like buy the battle pass with the in-game currency. Like the
Yeah.
rewards from like the
If-
battle pass pretty much pays for itself.
Yeah. Also, like if you're even if you didn't finish the battle pass, if you're close to finishing it, you get enough money to get the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you want to get like skins that are not in the battle pass, the skins are very expensive. At least for me. Like I don't know, like if from a US perspective, they could be like cheap, but
Yeah.
at least for me, they are very expensive.
Yeah. I feel like that's also another interesting dimension of things, right? Because what works for me, right, financially, doesn't really work for you, Pepe, financially, right? And like there's so many different like gamers and everything in like different spheres of the world that like trying to create one model which works for everyone is very hard, you know?
I think prices should be regional.
Yeah, regional pricing would be really cool because like I really do appreciate whenever a game has Steam regional pricing. But I also hate it whenever I hear like it doesn't have it because I remember there was a game you wanted that just didn't have that, right?
Yeah,
Which game was that?
I don't remember.
But you remember having a conversation with me, right?
Yeah, because it's strange. Because like even Steam, it has regional prices, but because the price of the peso fluctuates so much,
Yeah.
it's not that the price is like always changing, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's like a really interesting thing because like if you don't have regional pricing, then I feel like most models just don't work with everyone, you know? Because like
Yeah.
like for me, right? If I was a gotcha person, right? I could probably toss down like like a lot of money, right? But like someone who has like is like in another region, that much money would be like insane amounts, you know? Like yeah. Just because, like, I feel like regional pricing is just one of the really revolutionary things about Steam that I do appreciate. Because I know that, Starly, if I recall, Nintendo doesn't do that at all, right?
No.
No, no, they don't.
Yeah, Nintendo doesn't do that
Damn.
at all. Which I think does make it a lot harder for you, right, Pepe, to like play Nintendo games?
For example, Tears of the Kingdom is $85.
Yeah,
$85 fucking dollars.
yeah, and that's like probably like what, like 10, 20 Steam games for you with regional pricing, or maybe not
No,
that much, but probably like 5 or
no.
6, you know?
Like depends on the type of game, but like even if it's like a AAA recently released, with that money I could buy like maybe two games, or yeah, maybe two.
Yeah. I do hope that like a lot of other markets will adapt to regional pricing eventually, right? Because I feel like that's more accessible, right? But at the same time, I feel like Steam might be one of the like best like people like to push that trend, right? Because they have enough people that like they can get like the data for that kind of stuff, right? But if you're getting a Nintendo game, right? It's kind of hard to track down where you're from and like double confirm that you're from where you say, But I'm sure they could do it. I'm sure Nintendo could do it. I do hope they do that soon. Are there any other stores which do that? I imagine the Epic Store probably does that, right? Even though I don't like
think
them.
the Epic Store does. Good Old Game Store, GOG, they do that.
Okay, that's cool. Are there any consoles that do that? I don't think so, right?
I don't think consoles do that.
I am
Yeah,
not sure.
that's one aspect consoles are way behind on, I feel. Do they do that on mobile games? I don't think so either.
I don't know. It's been a while since I played some mobile games.
I
Yeah.
don't play mobile games.
I've kind of fallen off of mobile games once I like got money to play like actually good PC games,
Like I'll download like one game to keep on my phone to like if I'm like going somewhere with no Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I'll
same.
I'll play this game to distract me, and then
Yeah.
once I once I'm back, I'm gonna just forget about it.
The thing I've noticed, right, is for me personally, if I'm gonna be playing a game on my phone, it's probably not like a phone native game. It's gonna be either like a port or like, something else, all right? Wink wink. All right? But yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Check chat.
General?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it out loud.
No. But yeah, no. I feel like, mobile games aren't like the greatest games these days because a lot of them are live service games, but with like really half-baked payment models that prey on people who have no impulse control.
It's not like 100% of those games.
It's not 100% of those games. Like I know a few that I think are actually pretty decent. Like a lot of the music games I think are pretty decent because they have like song packs and stuff like that, right? But that's like completely out in the open, there's no gotcha or whatever related to that, right? So those are fine. I feel like most music games are pretty decent on like the mobile sphere, right? But then anything with town building is not good, like anything that's even marginally adjacent to like, oh, you have to build a town or an empire or a castle or a inn or whatever, right? Any tycoon style game like that or whatever, those are always cash grabs, almost always cash grabs. What other racing games? Racing games, like they're decent, but like at the same time, there are a lot of microtransactions in those on the mobile sphere, aren't there? I've seen an uptick in mobile game like emulations of like classic games. Like I know that Square Enix has been putting a lot of their older games onto mobile because just mobile like devices are strong enough for that now, which is honestly great, Oh, I appreciate that, right? But those are the kinds of games I prefer, and like they're not natively intended for mobile, which is the ironic thing.
Mm-hmm.
What other mobile games are actually even worth playing? Let me actually look through my phone. No wait, I have like 0 mobile games right now because I got a new phone like probably like a
I
year
mean, Star
ago.
Rail's on mobile, so
I would not play Star Rail.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
I have a bunch of mobile games which have like arguably better combat than Star Rail,
hey, just say you want real time combat toy.
No, it's not about real-time combat. The thing about Star Rail is it has a very simplified combat system. Because I actually do like turn-based combat, right? But I like having more than 3 options at a time.
So like Persona.
Persona is the most generic game you can think of in that series, but yes.
Bro,
There's
I'm trying to have
Pokemon
a
too.
game like Pokemon and Persona, bro.
Yeah.
Longevity, get that shit out of here, bro. I'm just the same thing.
Honestly,
over and over
I
again.
agree.
You
I
must
agree.
never-
I hate the
You must
obsession
never-
with longevity for games, right? Because like if you are trying to make a game last forever, right? It's not gonna be a good game right now, it's always gonna be like, oh hey, we're waiting for the next update. Oh hey, there's hype in the next update, right? It's never gonna be a good game on release,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I like turn-based games, right? I'll say that I like Pokemon, right? Pokemon was actually a
Yeah.
lot of fun, right? But
Yeah.
like even what is it? Even the first Pokemon game gave you more options than Star Rail does. Which is sad.
That is so sad.
Yeah.
Because okay, how many original Pokemon are there, Starly? Like tell us
Right now.
No, like first generation, how many Pokemon were there?
Oh, first there's a 150.
Isn't there like 3?
51?
151? Okay. There
Yes.
were 151 Pokemon with their own list of skills they could get, and you could level them all up and they could learn multiple different skills, right? So each one of those could have 4 different skills. You have the bag option. You could also swap out Pokemon, So
Yes.
alone with that, right, in your single party of like 6 Pokemon, right? you have 24 different moves plus all your items in the bag, right? Star Rail, you have 4 characters, right? And each of them has 3 moves. They're like, standard, they're, special attack, and then they have like their ult, right? Which you can only activate like once their ult meter's full, right? So those 3 times 4, you have like 12 moves, right? And how big is the cast? It's barely as big as like original Pokemon, So like I feel like the combat's a bit lacking because the animations are great, but you can't really build. Well, you can build a game off of animation, but I feel like, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
if
the
all you have
story is
is
pretty interesting as well.
if all you have is 3 moves, then there's only 3 animations, right?
3 animations per character. Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's it's not
Well,
a lot.
you have 2 moves and 1 ult. Yeah.
Like in total?
Yeah. For each character, you have 2 moves
Yeah, you have
and then
like, the
1 ult.
basic attack, and then you have like
A special attack, and then you have
the
the ult.
special attack, which uses like a skill point, and then you have
Wow,
like the
that's not-
ultimate.
Yeah. It's not a thing about like, oh hey, I don't like turn-based games. It's like this is bottom barrel of turn-based games,
There's no real skill or tactics or anything. It's just
It's all about
Hit
like
buttons.
deck building, It's all about like, oh hey, I'm gonna put this character with this character who has maybe some synergy. That's like the extent of it, right? I'm pretty sure that's where like the depth of Star Rail comes from, right?
Yeah.
I have quotations, but you can't see my hands right now, right?
All right, quotations, yes.
Right? Like yeah, I like turn-based games. I really do. I like Pokemon Cyber Sleuth. I've talked about it 50 billion times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cyber Sleuth is good. You need to get Cyber Sleuth, Starly. Pepe can attest this. It's good, right,
Yes,
Pepe?
Yes.
Pepe, you still haven't finished it though. You gotta finish it.
I'm close. I'm close.
Pepe, you're literally on the last chapter of the game.
I don't have
Pepe.
my Switch. I don't have my Switch. I don't have my Switch.
It's good, I promise. I haven't finished the game. I'm on the last chapter, but it's
No, Pepe's legit on the
No,
last
niggas.
chapter.
I don't have my Switch. I cannot play it. My girlfriend has my Switch. I cannot use it.
Steal it from her.
Oh, she's
You
playing
gotta take
Zelda.
it back, bro. Come on.
I'm
Damn.
gonna leave her alone. She's playing Zelda.
Fair
Bro,
enough.
you need to finish the Cyber Sleuth, bro.
Yeah,
Come on.
but she's playing Zelda. She's having a lot of fun.
That's fair.
But
Also, okay,
Cyber
we
Sleuth.
talked about the Destiny earlier. Last night, I let it like download. I don't know shit about this game, and I open the game. There's a huge cinematic, right? Then
Yeah.
there's like a map, but I don't know what's going on because there's like noise and shit. And I'm like, wait, what the hell is happening? And there's people
Uh-huh.
explosion, and I'm like, bro, why am I looking at planets? But while there's like subtitles going on and fucking explosions and shit. So I click escape, right?
Yeah.
And turns out I was watching a cinematic, but I had my a fucking world map open. I was like, wait, what? And then I click another shit, right? After all the cinematics finish, I click campaign, and now I'm playing a campaign, but it says Lightfall Lightfall campaign, and I'm pretty sure that's a DLC, and I never pay for it. How and why am I playing the campaign right now? I don't get it.
That's the interesting thing about live service games as well, right? If
I
you
don't
have
know what's going on.
if you have a long enough MMO live service game, there's 2 ways they go about it. They go like the WoW route, where they make it so that you're like on like the expansion before, or like a really recent expansion, and you miss like all the context coming up to it, right? Or you start from the beginning like Final Fantasy does, right? Which I think is kind of silly, like the WoW route. I mean, right? Because Destiny, from what I can tell from what you've said, right, probably starts you at like a very late part of the story where most people already are like past,
Yeah,
Yeah. So you're missing a lot of the context there, which I think is a bit silly.
I think they literally deleted some of the early game in Destiny 2.
Yeah, they did the same thing for Final Fantasy, but they streamlined it. But for WoW, right, you actually do start at like the expansion before like the current expansion, right? Which is really weird. Which is really, really weird because you'll start at like level 50 basically, or whatever.
Wait,
that
do you not start at level 1 anymore on WoW?
nope.
What?
Nope.
How
Yeah.
does that work?
They just automatically put you at like the latest part, like the second to latest part of the game.
Correct.
What if I want to play the early game,
No one plays the early game. No one plays the early game.
Why not?
It's
What
because
if I want to?
they never update it. Like they just start you at the latest part. If you go to like the earliest part, there will be no one.
And what?
And wow.
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 Wow. Okay.
Wow, I'm
I
not
think it's time to
surprised.
raid someone now.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
I think it's
Let's see who we rating.
Moral. Do you want to go live?
What? I'm
Is
gonna
that a
go-
joke?
Moral, do you want to go live?
Live more.
I
Level.
wish.
Wait. Let's rate someone who's playing Star Rail. We'll see what kind of content they're playing. You know, because I've trashed on it. Like all I have, right? Let's give
Mhm.
Starly and Putin and Pepe a live
Mhm.
view of Star Rail. You know.
The live viewing.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, there's a lot of VTubers playing this. Of course, I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
perfect.
The
Oh, no.
VTubers are like the most like vulnerable like audience for like gotcha games. I'm not wrong. I'm not
That was a
wrong.
gotcha.
The animations are amazing.
Streaming
But
right now.
what?
I see Domo streaming.
No, Domo. We are. He has like 50 billion people. We have like 4.
True.
Are you
Hey,
guys
30.
all? Are you guys all in the stream? By the way.
I'm
I
not.
mean, hold on. Let me
I'm
get
just
the stream, hold
looking to see who.
on. I thought I
who's
was in the
streaming.
stream, but I wasn't. Hold on. I'm just in the
Okay,
stream.
yeah. Okay, tell me when you guys are in, because I already have someone to raid. They're like 7
Okay.
people, Star Rail, VTuber. You know that checks
Oh,
all my
I gotta
invite
watch
lists.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there.
Okay, tell me when you guys are in.
Okay.
Remember, do not trash them, because like they don't know what we're talking about. You know,
What would
what's
the
her-
raid
what's her
message
rating?
though?
the raid message is moral like Star Rail.
Okay.
Not Star Will is trash.
No, we will
Yeah,
not
that's like the
hate
easy
raid
way-
people.
That's like the easy way to get bad.
I'm not
on-
hating
on-
people. I hated the game. What's wrong with that? You can't blame me for not
Oh,
liking a
no.
bad
Don't
game.
hate the player. Don't hate the game, bro. That's what he's doing.
Hold
He's
on,
hating
just
the game.
silence and hydrate, will you?
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Pepe, you in?
Of
I'm here.
course.
What's the raid message?
I was boring here, bro.
Moral like Star Rail.
You can't think of
Moral
you can't think of a better
No,
a better one.
nope, too late, too late.
No.
Bro,
Go,
the PS
go.
Bro, I'm telling you, the PSQ sucks, bro. PSQ sucks.
PSQ sucks. Yeah, there you go. PSQ